Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for all the comments. I just want to say I really appreciate all of you. I love this community. We are on this crazy wild ride together, and I personally wouldn't have it any other way. I love that we're all in this together. I love that we can share our stories with each other. We all have different paths, different stories, but it's the same blueprint. And I just love that we're not alone, and we're constantly reminded by Spirit that we're not alone. So thank you so much if you have subscribed and commented. We are back with another Divine Partnership Tarot reading. We are going to be uploading some more pick-a-piles throughout the week, so make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss a beat with that. We had a little bit of a hiatus last year, Mercury retrograde, right? Actually, it's interesting because I usually have really great Mercury retrogrades. It's usually a time of heightened intuition for me, just good luck, prosperity, things like that. But man, my communication skills are not on point this time. So what I wanted to say was we had a little bit of a hiatus last week. But, I was taking care of myself, taking care of others, focusing on my relationship and my own self-care. So I decided to take a little bit of a break. I wasn't feeling so well. But we're back now, and I'm very excited. I'm sensing the energy of Spirit. Spirit's excited. We are checking out the energies of what's going on, how energy has shifted. And it has shifted. It has shifted. Things in October and November were pretty dense, pretty dark, pretty intense. There's a lot of upheaval going on for the collective, especially the group that I channel for. There was a lot of intensity around our interactions, a lot of looking inward, a lot of facing ourselves and the shadow aspects of ourselves, especially for the Divine Feminines in October through November. I feel like the masculine has started doing that now as well. I'm feeling that the masculines are feeling very emotional. I'm also getting that they are feeling very vulnerable. It's not easy to look at yourself. It's not easy to heal. This is a process, and it can be a very challenging process. But if you're a masculine watching, know that your divine counterpart, your divine feminine, is here for you, by your side, loving you. And if you're a divine feminine watching this video, I would just say have a lot of compassion and love for your divine masculine, because you've been through this. You know what it's like. You know how difficult it can be to change, to heal the ego, to heal the shadow aspects of yourself. It can be very, very, very difficult. Sometimes very dark, sometimes very intense, especially with all the emotions that are coming to the surface, all the baggage that has to be cleared, all the karmic cycles that are coming to a close. And this is a karmic cycle that's coming to a close, at least a phase of life that's coming to a close for many of our counterparts. Just as we experienced a closing of a cycle, closing of a phase over the past few weeks, now our divine counterparts are facing the same thing, and it's very difficult. So I just urge a lot of love and compassion. I know for me and my divine counterpart, we really got at it this week. But I was just reminded of the love and the peace that was there, and we came back to a place of forgiveness. And that's what this journey is all about. It's about those higher echelon emotions: forgiveness, peace, love, compassion, all those higher vibrations, because love is the only thing that's real. It's the only thing that's real. It's the only thing that matters. And if we focus on love, and I keep saying, please, please, Source, let me see my divine counterpart through your eyes. And that changes things for me. Then I start to see my divine counterpart through the eyes of love, and that changes everything. It feels like all the conflict and all the tension that we feel melts away. I still make it a point to express myself. If something is upsetting me, I still make it a point to express myself, because, things have to be said. Things have to be cleared. Things have to be healed. And part of a relationship, any relationship, friendship, partnership, Any relationship, it's about communication. So do communicate, but communicate from a place of love. Communicate from a place of love, because that's what it's all about. All right, you guys, it's funny. I was doing a spread for myself, and the union card kept coming out, and I was wondering if it would keep coming out here as I'm shuffling. So we'll see if it does come out in the spread. I do believe that even with all the intensity here, we are making our way towards union. We are making our way towards greater balance. We are making our way towards greater harmony, towards greater love. So if you are feeling the intensity, if you are feeling a lot of the emotions, know that energy is shifting. It is shifting rapidly. Our masculines are ascending at a very, very quick rate. You know, for the divine feminines, we've really had some time to process this. It's funny. There's two cards that just slid out, or sorry, the one card that just slid out was the Chariot movement. Oh, that was the other card. I thought it was. And also the Two of Pentacles, balance. So things are balancing out. Things are shifting rapidly. That's not the card. Things are, see, you guys, Mercury retrograde is really affecting me. I don't know what's going on. But these were the two cards that slid under my laptop here. Balance and movement. Things are changing. Things are coming into harmony. Things are shifting. So just keep having faith, keep focusing on the love, that was the message of the last divine partnership reading. Just keep focusing on the love, keep coming back to a place of harmony and forgiveness. They also want me to say, keep pulling back and looking at things from a higher perspective, looking at things, they're saying, from that higher love perspective. Again, because what is happening in your physical reality is not the truth of the matter. It manifests in the 5D first. It manifests from a place of love, and then it comes into your physical reality. So really, really focus your faith and your belief on that love, on the love that you're feeling, because love is the thing that matters with a spiritual connection such as this. Okay, so I talked enough. A couple of announcements. Again, we're going to have some more pick-up piles uploading throughout the week, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Also, we are going to have some additional Ascension Confessions updates. So if you haven't checked out that series, it's where I talk about my own journey, my own twin flame, twin soul path, as well as my ascension journey. I get very raw, real, and vulnerable with it when I talk about my journey, because I do believe that sharing stories can help. I do believe that sharing stories can help us connect with others and help us connect with ourselves. So I do share bits and pieces of the twin flame, twin soul path that I'm on, as well as my own ascension journey. And I'm going to be doing some more general videos about the twin flame path as well. So make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes there. I think we'll have at least 2 videos uploading this week. Here we're doing a bigger spread. We're doing the divine masculine, divine feminine, and then union energies. Last week I kind of split it up into divine masculine, then I did the divine feminine, but we're going to do it as a whole. I think I'm going to use 2 decks. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I'm guided to do. I'm still kind of tinkering with the spread, but now I'm doing the spread that I usually do for me and my divine counterpart. I do him, I do me, then I do our union. So I'm going to do it that way, I think, and see how we like that. I have some after tarot cards for clarifiers. I also have some oracle cards I'll use for clarifiers as well. So we'll just play it by ear and see where the energies are, see what questions we have, just kind of see what's going on here with our divine counterparts, with our divine partnership. So, all right, let's get into it. We're going to do the divine masculine energies first. Where do we stand with what are the divine masculine's current energy, Spirit? Thank you for being here. All right, divine masculine energies, please. Where for this collective that I read for. If the messages are not resonating with you, it means it's not meant for you at this time. Time is fluid, energy is fluid and ever changing. We always keep coming back to the things that are meant for us with new ideas and understanding, because life is circular like that. So if it's not meant for you at this time, go ahead and take a look at some of the other readings, some of the other pick-up piles. It's interesting. some of the other pick a pile, some of the other oracle readings, the one for November, the other divine partnership readings, because when I do those, when I channel, I just get the messages out there, and there are some profound messages that are coming through. It's not always about what my intention is with the questions that I'm asking. It's however the energy is, however the messages are coming through, for your divine counterpart, as well as for yourself and the ascension journey itself. So I urge you guys, if you feel moved to go ahead and listen to some of the past readings, including some of the past pick-a-piles, because there's a lot of information when I channel. Again, I just channel until the messages feel complete. That's how I do my personal readings. That's how I do all of my readings. Okay, let's get one more because I like the 5-card spread, and then we're going to pause. One more for the Divine Masculine's current energies here, please. Okay, take both. All right. Now, I'm not a traditional tarot reader. I do understand all the traditional meanings, but when I'm channeling, I am channeling based on energy, based on the symbolism and messages that Spirit is showing me. So if you see me moving the cards around, it's because they're telling me a story and they want me to. And also, disclaimer, I don't read reversals, but if Spirit tells me to keep, if something falls out and they tell me to keep it as a reversal or to turn it around, I will, because that's the message that they're giving me. Additionally, sorry, I'm getting messages as I'm talking to you. Additionally, the interpretations of the cards, if you know traditional tarot and you're interpreting it differently, that might be a message for you, so take it as that. I might be interpreting it a little bit differently, but that's because that is what I'm channeling, and I go by what I'm channeling. So that said, let's get into this right away. So the feeling, like I was saying in the beginning, in the intro, the feeling that I'm getting from our Divine Masculine is really kind of where the Divine Feminine had been for the past few weeks. Now Venus has gone direct. I feel the feminines are feeling a little bit lighter. I'm certainly feeling a little bit lighter in energy, but I feel like the masculines are just now coming out of that energy. We had been getting the Tower energy for the Divine Masculines for quite a while. And they really had a shakeup. They really did have a shakeup. But it wasn't so much external. They're saying it could have come about as external, but it was more internal. It was more like they really had to remove the people, places, and things that were no longer serving them. And that process, that change can be really frightening for some. Not frightening. They're saying not so much frightening as unsettling. That's the word they want me to use, unsettling. They're saying it's difficult to close a chapter. It's difficult. Oh, sorry. Let's do that. They're saying it's difficult to close a chapter. It's difficult to move into, make sure you guys can see all these cards here. It's difficult to move into the next phase of your life, but that's really what they were doing, and some of them resisted that, and the universe had to kick their ass. I had been channeling that for a while now, that there's some in this collective that were going too slow, and the universe was like, no, you cannot stay in that stagnant energy. You have to move and make things happen and create a shift. And if you're not going to create that shift, we're going to create it for you, because the soul itself knows a blueprint. The soul itself, and in conjunction with the divine, knows the best timing for you. They know your path. And if you're resisting, if you're holding back, if you're withholding is what they're saying, then they're going to create that shift for you so that you move forward. There's also another part of the collective that was moving too fast. So part of the shakeup was slowing you down, making you pause, so that you took a breath, because you were going too fast, and it was like the soul was like, whoa, wait a minute, this is too fast for us, everything in divine timing, things are not ready yet, but you were just go, and so it forced you to slow down. So those were the two energies, and now you had that Tower energy. Now we're moving out of the Tower energy. You're not in that anymore. You had your shakeup, that internal shakeup. I'm speaking to the Divine Masculines directly here. You had that shakeup, and now you're moving out of that energy. What I'm getting is the same kind of energy. It's just a little bit lighter. It's the same energy as last week's divine partnership reading, where it's the lingering effects of that tower energy. It's lingering. It's not completely gone. You're still kind of in the throes of that tower energy, but it's almost like the after effects. It's almost like the debris, the dust is settling, is what they're showing me. The dust is really settling. So you can feel calm with that. What I'm getting from this Five of Swords here, so this spread tells me a story. Because that's what I asked for. I asked for the current energies, and I asked for a story, and they have me rearrange the cards to tell me the story about where we are and where we're headed. So where we are is really, what they're telling me with this Five of Swords here is that the dust has settled, the battle is over. Your divine masculine is still holding on to some swords because they're still feeling this energy of maybe they have to fight, maybe they have to resist. There's some of them I'm hearing that are still resisting. They're still holding on to the things that no longer serve them. It's funny that we did not get the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from things that no longer serve us, because that's what we got in the last spread, in the last reading, where your divine counterpart was actually walking away from things that no longer serve them, as difficult as it might be. Here you have people walking away from him, her, your divine masculine. People walking away from him, and they're still holding on. So that might resonate with some of you, but you see he's kind of lowering his sword now, and he's looking at them kind of with a longing. What I'm getting from Spirit is that he's ready. He's ready to lower his sword. He's ready to let them walk away. He's ready to let this battle be over because he sees that there are good things coming. He sees that there's a new phase of his life that he actually wants to go to. He actually wants to move towards this beautiful new phase of his life. He can see that, but he's almost like nostalgic because he can see that he has to leave some things behind. Now, again, Spirit is saying it doesn't mean that he has to completely cut everything out of his life. He just can't hold on. He just can't stay in that energy. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry, I got a phone call. I had to look at the message. So where was I? Oh my gosh, I should not have done that. I'm already having problems with Mercury retrograde. Let's get some help here. Yeah, so it's almost like a nostalgic feeling. They're saying that, he's looking after them. You don't have to cut them out completely in your life, but what they're saying is like their vibrations, your masculine's vibrations have risen so high. Your divine masculine, this is such a proud energy, you guys. They are very proud of your divine masculine because they have done the healing work and they have gotten through this tower energy, and it might not have looked pretty on the outside, but there was so much happening on the inside. I'm hearing ego. They really let go of their ego, and even if they say that they've healed their ego before, there are layers and layers and layers of that, and they're really learning to get into their intuition, to get into their heart space. And I'm also hearing that they're looking at you from their heart space. They're looking at you, their divine feminine, and this union, this partnership, this spiritual connection as something profound, whereas before they were really resisting it. Before they were really doing some internal fighting with themselves, some battling with themselves, and now they're saying that they can lay down their sword because they see the beauty of this connection. So they're really connecting to their higher realms as well. Okay, they want me to say this. So I was doing a reading, and what I had channeled, they want me to reiterate here. So the divine feminine is really an energy about the higher three chakras. The crown chakra, the brow chakra, the throat chakra, all about expression, intuition, and connecting to the divine, connecting to yourself, to your soul, and to the higher realms in the divine. The divine masculine is very grounded energy. They ground the physical. They have the root chakra, the sacral chakra, which is all about like sexuality and creativity, creation, so to speak, and the solar plexus chakra, which is all about willpower and identity. It's the lower level chakras. And what they're saying is, especially for this collective this group in this collective that I channel for, you guys are really coming into greater harmony. You guys are very, if not already in union, if not in physical union, you're in union in the 5D. If not in physical union in the 5D, you're going to be in union soon. In one of those three ways, you're getting into union, because I'm just getting a feeling of just so much harmony and so much balance. And what they've been showing me is, I don't know if you guys can see my hands here. What they're showing me is they're rising up, you're coming down, and what you're doing is you're meeting in the heart space. You're meeting in that fourth chakra, the heart chakra. That's where you're meeting. You're becoming balanced, and that is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful energy. I'm just getting a vision of a heart, of a just green energy, which green is the heart chakra energy. I'm just getting a vision of green energy, and it's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. So I love that. I love that analogy. And that's what they're saying here. Your divine counterpart is really connecting with their heart. They're really connecting with their higher level chakras, as you're learning to connect with your lower level chakras, because that's what's happening. You have a predominant energy as divine masculine or divine feminine, but what's really happening is you're coming into balance with both of those energies. So your masculine is coming into balance with his feminine, his or her feminine. I'm going with the gender specifics, but energy is not gender specific, but we're going to go with it just for the sake of the reading. You as a feminine, if you're the feminine watching this, are coming more into alignment with your masculine energy. So this is what is creating the balance within you. This is what's creating union within you. And as you create union within you, you're creating union with your divine counterpart, because they're coming into balance too. And then you merge and come into balance together. And that is so beautiful. So that's what's happening here. This is part of the process, is what Spirit is saying. This is part of the process. You've had your shakeup. You've had your tower energy, divine feminines. Now your divine masculine has gone through it themselves. The dust is settling. They're still holding on. There's still some residual energy there. It's not completely over, but have faith. You see, they're pulling me towards this tunic here. Do you see how it's all green? And it's interesting because you've got the red and the orange and the yellows. This is all masculine energy. I love it. This is like exactly what we were saying. This is all masculine energy, but they're coming, kind of rising out of their lower chakras and moving into the heart space. You see how the tunic here is just, it's green, and it overpowers all the other colors here. The tunic is the overlay. That's what they're saying. The tunic is the overlay. The heart chakra is the more powerful of all of them. They're reminding me you need to balance all of them. Like one is not more powerful than the other. Like all of the chakras are needed. But for the sake of the imagery that they're showing me, they're saying that they're really rising into their heart chakra energy. It's really beautiful, and they're laying down their swords. You know, they are looking at longing for the past a little bit, but they are very eager to move towards the future. And they are moving towards the future. We have the Hanged Man, and I don't read reversals, but they wanted me to keep this in reverse, because what they're saying is they were in this energy before. This pause, this surrender, this energy of just waiting. This is a waiting energy for me right now. And what they're saying is they are ready to move forward. They are moving forward. They are laying down their swords. They're repeating that it's a process. That's why this is not a fast acting card they're showing me. But they want me to show you that they're ready to not be hanging anymore. They're ready to step foot on the ground. You see how there's like a base here? They're showing me that this can be the ground, and they're ready to step foot on there, and they're ready to go forward. They're also showing me this image of the sun, like there's like a light behind him, and they're saying that's the sun. Things are being illuminated, especially with these higher chakras, crown, brow, throat chakras. They're showing me things are being illuminated, and as things are illuminated, they're letting go of this energy, this Five of Swords energy, and they're really stepping into the connection. They're also saying they're really stepping into themselves. We got the Three of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles is all about teamwork. And what I'm getting here is that for so long, your divine counterpart, can you guys see that? For so long, your divine counterpart has been doing this on his own. You see how he's kind of separated from these two? And now he's looking at them, and he's seeing that he doesn't have to do this alone, that he's not alone. He's not alone in anything that he does. And he can Okay, I'm just going to put it bluntly, like they said, he can be with you. He's seen that he can be with you. He's seen that this is a spiritual connection, that this is a divine partnership. He's seeing that he is not alone. He doesn't have to do everything alone, especially when it comes to his mission work, especially when it comes to just this life. It's beautiful. And what I'm getting here, we got this card last time. It was the same message. They're pointing me to it again. You have the Three Pentacles up here, and what they're showing me is it is the Trinity. And I've always channeled this. It's the Trinity between you, your divine counterpart, and the divine. You have the divine overseeing everything, and then you have you and your divine counterpart as equals. One soul, two different energies merging together. You see how there's like another kind of what looks like I don't even know what that is, but it looks like a little tiny pentacle in the middle there. Masculine energy, feminine energy merging into one to rise with the divine. That's what they're telling me. That's really beautiful. I've never had that before. I've never been pointed to that before. That's really beautiful. So then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And again, this tells me a story. So they're really laying down their swords. They're really moving into action. They've had their pause. They've had their surrender. And now they're really, stepping into themselves. They're being illuminated. They're starting to understand the connection. The connection's being illuminated. They're stepping into this idea that they don't have to do this alone, that you are here for a reason, that you are together in this connection, that you are one with the divine, and now the wheel is turning. The wheel is turning, and it's turning in their favor is what I'm hearing. And they're starting to see that as well. They're starting to see the balance in all things. They're starting to see prosperity. They're starting to see that they can have everything they want. This is a Wheel of Fortune. It's prosperity. It's abundance. And they're starting to see that. They're starting to see that this is all an energy of individuality. This is all an energy of feeling like you have to struggle, feeling like you have to fight, feeling like you have to do it alone, like you are alone. Here, it's all about partnership. It's all about movement. It's all about prosperity, that these lower cards. And what they're really showing us is that your divine masculine is waking up to this. They're really understanding that they can have everything they want, that they're allowed to have everything they want, that they can have the happily ever after, that they can have the happiness, that it is their divine right to be happy, to be loved, because they are love. And they're really starting to see this. Now, Page of Swords, they're starting to see this. They're starting to get that clarity, and it's exciting them. I'm just getting a lot of excitement here. They are ready to move into this energy. They are ready to move towards you because they have that mental clarity. They're still a page, is what Spirit is telling me. They're not a queen. They're not a king. They're not even knight yet. And there's a lot of clouds here, so there's a lot of daydreamy energy here. Their current energy is they are thinking about this, but they might not be ready to move as quickly as we would like. We're going to get more into that energy a little bit later, but they're thinking about it. They have the mental clarity. They know what they want. They're starting to understand that they can have this fortune. They can have this prosperity. They can have this love, because it's all about partnership, and it's all about community. We have the Three of Cups: community, celebration, partnership. This is all about, and again, they're pointing me to three cups. One is raised higher. This is divine. These two cups are your divine masculine, your divine feminine. This is all about the Trinity, is what they're saying. I'm just listening to Spirit. They're saying this is all about the Trinity, and they're showing me this harvest here. You have fruits and vegetables. This is harvest. They're saying this is all coming to harvest. This is all part of the Wheel of Fortune, turning in their favor. So you have all three of these cards that are pointing to movement, forward movement. So that's their current energy right now. Their current energy is just, they're stepping out of this tower energy. They're letting the dust settle. They are seeing the connection for what it is, and they're ready to move forward because they're envisioning it, is what Spirit is saying. They're really envisioning it and understanding the connection, and they want this connection. They want this connection. It's beautiful. Like, I'm just getting an overwhelming feeling of love here, and longing and desire, but not in a bad way. It's in a way of, yes, I can have this. Yes, I can have everything. Yes, I can have my divine counterpart and my mission and my house and my money and my family. I can have everything I want. They're really starting to see that, what it takes to bring heaven to earth is about opening up. And they're really dreaming. They're really daydreaming. They have that mental clarity. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. We're going to go to the divine feminine. We're going to clarify the divine masculine some more, but we're going to go to the divine feminine. What's the divine feminine's current energy, please, Spirit? How are the divine feminines feeling currently? That's too many cards. What are the divine feminines? The divine feminine's current energies. Let's get a couple cards here for the divine feminine. I was going to use a different... Did I just lose a card? No. I was going to use a different... oh, I did. One did flip over. Cool. I was going to use a different deck, but I think we're going to stick with the same one. I'm being urged to stick with the same one. What are the divine feminine's current energies? Let's get a couple more cards, please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. I don't want you guys to mistake my silence here, because it's good energy. What we have here, I'll go through it really quick in case you guys can't see it, entirely. We have Ace of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Moon, Major Arcana. We have the Chariot, Major Arcana. We have the Six of Cups, and we have the Nine of Cups. A lot of emotion, a lot of cups here. A lot of movement, too. So I don't want you guys to mistake. This is good energy. What I'm focusing on, they want me to go to these two cards here first. Actually, it's interesting because it kind of mirrors... It's almost like it's mirroring the masculine. So remember when I said in the masculine that it's almost like they're here and they're moving towards this? We're getting the same feeling here. The feminines are here and they're moving towards this. So let's go here first. We've got the Ten of Wands and we've got the Moon, and they also want me to pick up the Ace of Cups. Now, let's talk about the Ace of Cups first. Ace of Cups, you guys are in a great place of self-love. You have created balance within yourself. I feel like a lot of October and November's energy, your Tower energy that you went through, was all about trying to find balance within yourself. And balance within yourself manifests into balance outside of yourself, because as within, so without, as above, so below. So you guys are manifesting balance and harmony outside of yourself too in your relationships, but also especially within yourself, and that's vital. See how this cup is overflowing? You're getting to this, if you're not there already, you're getting to the state where your cup is just overflowing, because you're learning to take care of yourself. I'm so sorry, you guys. My words are crazy today. You're learning to take care of yourself. You're learning, they're saying, to go within. We have what looks like a dove bringing the Eucharist to this chalice. And what, I'm not religious. I grew up, Catholic and everything. I went to CCD and Sunday school and all that good stuff. But, I don't really adhere to any religion anymore. Not for decades. But the symbolism is still here. And what Spirit is saying is that the symbolism is prominent, because no matter what religion you are, no matter what spirituality you are, it's a connection to the divine. It's a connection to yourself. And you are connected to the divine. Whatever you call the divine, whether you call it God, whether you call it source, whether you call it the universe, whether you just call it love energy, it's all that same kind of love energy. And what they're saying is you're allowing yourself to receive. You're allowing your cup to be filled up because you're filling it up yourself, because you are bringing in that energy from the divine. You're connecting to the divine. You're connecting to source. And they're also saying that you're letting others fill yourself up too. Now, what I want to say about this is that there's a lot of talk in the community about not needing anything from anybody, that you have everything within yourself. And that's true. That is true. You do have everything you need within yourself because you have everything from source. But what I'm hearing from spirit is that source works through others. So if you keep putting out a hand to others and saying, no, 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 I don't need that. No, 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 thanks for trying to help me, but I'm okay on my own, then you're not opening yourself up fully. You're not opening up your heart fully to be in receiving mode. You can turn to others. You can lean on others, is what they're saying. You can't turn to others, and be dependent on them because that's just codependency. But you can turn to others because source, God, love, the universe, it's all love. It moves through others. So that's also a way to be receiving. And that's what I'm getting from this imagery here. The holy dove bringing down the Eucharist into the cup. They're saying, let us move through you. Let us move through others. Allow yourself to be open enough to receive. And you're doing it. You are opening yourself up to receiving. The divine feminine by nature, Spirit is saying, has been very give energy. Very nurturing, very emotional, very warm. You have to be able to receive as well. You have to be open enough, your heart open enough to be receiving as well, because that's where the balance is. That's where the harmony is. You can't give and empty your cup. You can't receive so much that you're not giving, because then it's like you receive so much and you stop the flow. It's all about balance. That's where the overflowing is. This is all love energy. That's where it overflows, by the balance, by having the balance. Okay, so they wanted me to point that out first, because then we have the Ten of Wands and the Moon card, and what they're saying in conjunction with everything I just talked about with the Ace of Cups. I'm going to put that down here. But everything with where I just talked about here, you guys are still carrying some burdens. It's almost like you're refusing to see things as they are. What I'm getting is there are secrets, but not secrets in the way of deception, secrets in the way of like a holding on to the past, holding on to karma, holding on to problems and conflict, not expressing yourself as you need to, not laying down the wands as you need to, not moving forward as you need to. You're still carrying this burden. And what they're saying is you have to move out of this energy. You have to move out of this energy of, focusing on the 3D and letting... Okay, what they're saying is let the moonlight illuminate the truth. And the truth is, so this is... I wanted to see if we have another card that would help with this. Okay, I just picked this off the deck and they want me to use it. This is what you're still clinging to in the 3D, is what Spirit is saying. The moonlight is illuminating that. And I was just guided to take a look at the top of the deck and pick a card off of it. And what we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is usually all about manifestation, physical manifestation. But what they're showing me here is this is like the 5D. This, you see how there's a cloud and a hand? This is divine, the divine, bringing you your manifestation. And what they're saying is, in order to get here, you have to see the truth of the matter. And the truth of the matter is not what you're still clinging to. The truth of the matter is that things are working in your favor through the divine, through manifestation. You have to let go of the 3D. You have to go within and see the truth of the situation. Let the moonlight illuminate the secrets. Let the moonlight illuminate the truth. And the truth is that the divine is bringing you everything you want if you let go of this, because you already have everything you want in the 5D. You're manifesting it on the 5D, and that's where it goes into the 3D. It starts as above, so below, is what they keep saying with this. As above, so below. As above, this hand will bring you the pentacle, will manifest into your physical reality, but you have to let go of what you believe to be your physical reality first. You have to let go of what you believe here first. You have to shed light on that. Understand that this is not the true reality. You clinging to this, you clinging to what you have. You see how he has all these wands in his hands and he's kind of stumbling forward? It's like he has no more room for any more wands. It's like he has to lay down the wands first in order to pick up more wands. And that's what you have to do. You have to lay down your wands. You have to lay down what you're still clinging to in order to let the new, in order to pick up the new, in order to let the new to come in. So that's what they're saying here. They're saying, let go of your burdens. Let go of the conflict. Let go of the tension. Focus back on love, because through love, that's how you illuminate the situation. Love is the only thing that's real. Love is what illuminates. Look through Source's eyes. Look through Source Energy's eyes. And go within, and that's how you're going to manifest your reality. Manifest within to get what's without. This pentacle of everything that you want, becoming your physical reality. It happens within, as above, so below, as within, so without. And manifest without into your physical reality, but you have to let go of this first. I know I repeated myself a lot there. They just were very adamant that the message had to be out there, and they wanted me to clarify it as much as possible. So you have to do that. There are some of you who are not doing that, but what they're saying is your current energy is you're still holding on. You're learning to let go, but you're still holding on, and as you do that, you're going to create forward momentum, because as you're doing that, you're creating more balance, because again, we have the Ace of Cups here, which is all about balance, giving and receiving. You're going to create more forward momentum with the Chariot, and it's going to be fast moving. It's going to move quickly. And what you have here, they're pulling me towards these two cards together. You have here, it's the same message for the Six of Cups as it was in the last reading. You're going to have an offering. And it's almost like they're saying, look, actually it's different than the last reading. The last reading was all about you were so focused on this one cup that you didn't see all these other cups behind you. What they were saying was you were so focused on this one cup that you didn't see that you were so focused on the expectations and the outcome of what you wanted. You weren't laying down these wands, you weren't letting go, that you couldn't see that there were better offers coming your way, that the divine wanted to bring you something better, something that you couldn't even envision for yourself, something even more beautiful. What they're saying here is, look at all this. Look at all this abundance here. They're saying you're with the spread, with the way the story is panning out, they're saying you're doing the work, but as you let go, it's going to create more movement, and you're going to have all these offerings. Everything, they're saying, everything that you can imagine, you're going to have. It's not one or the other, they're saying, not this time. They're saying, imagine. Keep imagining. Let go of the expectations. I just got like a finger wag. They're saying let go of the expectations, because that's what's going to keep blocking you. If you keep holding on to expectations, it's like this Ten of Wands energy. If you keep holding on to these expectations, then you can't let the divine do their work and bring you the pentacle that you really want. And even bigger pentacle is what they're showing me. You won't let the divine bring in the even bigger pentacle, the even, more beautiful scenario. What they're saying here, though, is, keep imagining, keep dreaming, because all your offerings are coming in. Everything is coming in. And we got the Nine of Cups. This is wishes fulfilled. This is wish fulfillment. You have all of these cups. This is not the Nine of Cups. This is the Four of Cups. I'm so sorry, you guys. But it's the energy of the Nine of Cups for me. So with this, that's why they pulled me to move it here. What they're saying here is, okay, this makes sense. Because I'm like, wait a minute, this is Four of Cups. This is not what I was thinking. But they're like, no, hold on. They're like, it's not traditional. Look at the symbolism. You see how these cups are full? You're imagining these cups are empty. They're saying, let go of the expectations here so that we can fill it up for you. It's this, oh God, it's beautiful. It's amazing. God, Spirit's kind of amazing like that. It's this same energy of what I was saying here. This same exact energy. You're holding on too much with the wands. You're not letting go. You're not letting, if you're holding on, you can't pick anything else up. The moonlight is illuminating that. It's showing you where you're holding on too much. They're saying, let go. Let go so that we can bring in a better offering. We can bring in the bigger pentacle. We can bring in everything that you want. We can manifest it into your reality. Same thing here. Imagine. Imagine, what you want. Imagine all of your wishes coming true. Because that is what all these cups, these full cups are. You see how they're overflowing? It's all coming into you, but you have to empty the cups out first. You have to empty the cups. And again, I know this is not the traditional meaning of this card, but this is the energy that I'm getting. This is Nine of Cups. What is wrong with me today? This is Nine of Cups, you guys. It's I can't even. This is a hot mess. But the messages are here. This is Nine of Cups. They're saying, yes, you have to empty your cups out so we can fill it back up. And what they're saying is empty your cups out of expectations. Empty your cups out of imagining exactly how it's going to be fulfilled. Empty your cups of exactly how you imagine it to be. Empty your cups of the control. Release the control, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to overflow. Because you have the movement card coming in. You have the chariot coming in. Things are moving. You're going to have all your dreams come true if you keep imagining and if you let the divine do its work. Holy crap, that was crazy. I need to apologize to you guys because my communication is a hot mess. Like, I'm getting a lot of messages and sometimes it moves too fast for me. So I apologize to you guys, but the messages are there. So I hope you're understanding them. I hope you're resonating with them. I'm going to, what do we want to do now? They're pulling me to another tarot deck. So let's see what we have here. They want us to look at, let's see what the divine masculine feels about the divine feminine, and then what the divine feminine feels about the masculine, and then we'll move into union. Nope. We're going to pull one or two cards for union energies first. Current union energies. Queen of Swords. Let's get one more for union energies, please. Queen of Swords and the Emperor. What they're saying is you guys are coming into balance. Now, for the Queen of Swords, what they're pulling me towards is it's the Queen of Swords looking towards the divine feminine. And then we got the Emperor that is forward facing. And what they're pointing me to with this is you guys are heading into union. If you're not there yet, you are getting there. If it's not physically manifested yet, it's in the 5D. If it's not in the 5D yet, you're headed there, is what they're saying. Because the Queen of Swords is all about mental clarity. It's about self-assuredness. It's almost rising into the Empress energy. Not quite at Empress yet, but it's almost rising there. And that's what they're saying to me is, for the union energies, your divine masculine is Queen of Swords right now, whereas you might be the Emperor. So what they're saying is you are coming into balance. They're showing me doing this, coming into balance together. So this is your current union energies. You're almost there. Like it's coming is what they're saying. Again, it's energy. Energy shifts. Time is an illusion, so we cannot put a time frame on it. But go within, keep doing your healing work, they want me to say. Go within and focus on the love. Focus on the love because, things are shifting rapidly. Things are shifting very, very rapidly. And your divine masculine is getting into this energy where they are ready for this as well. I'm hearing their higher self is ready for this. They're showing me, it's funny, they're showing me like this stagnant energy that your higher divine counterpart's higher self was in kind of like a waiting period because they were healing. So maybe some of you were in separation, no contact, limited contact. Maybe there was a phase in your relationship that was kind of stagnant. Because they're showing me that your divine counterpart's higher self was in that energy, but they're moving out of that now. They're moving more into the self-assuredness, confident Queen of Swords energy. And you're already in your Empress, Emperor energy. So they're saying, like, what they're showing me is a merging of the two, really coming into balance together. It's really beautiful, actually. Really, really beautiful. Okay, so what does your Divine Masculine think about you? Their counterpart. Divine Masculine think about the Feminine. King of Swords. Let's get one or two more. The Emperor. This is awesome. I love this, you guys. I love it. And let's get one more. What does your Divine Masculine think about? This makes me giggle. I love it. Think about the Feminine. Can I get one more, please? One more. What does the Masculine think about the Feminine? And let's get, what does the Feminine think about the Masculine? How is the Feminine viewing the Masculine right now? You guys, I love it so much. This is fantastic. All right. Start with the Masculine because it's amazing. Your Masculine views your Divine Feminine as the King of Swords, the Emperor, and Judgment. What's amazing about this is the Emperor, because this is mirroring your union energy. Remember when I said that the Divine Feminine is embodying the Emperor, Empress energy? Your Divine Masculine is looking at you as the Emperor. You have really come into your power. You are really this independent person, this independent, fiery, action-oriented, emotional, nurturing, balanced person. The Emperor, the Empress, they embody all of the suits, the emotions of the cups, the mental clarity and forthrightness of no bullshit energy is what I like to say of the swords, the manifestation powers and balance and stability of the pentacles, and the forward movement and action and just, being willing to embrace life and move forward in life of the wands. And they're viewing you as such. They're viewing you as this powerful god or goddess. It's really amazing energy. And they're also seeing you as King of Swords. And again, this is like no bullshit. This is like you just cut right to the quick. Not in a bad way. It's still nurturing. It's still very like divine is what I'm getting because I'm seeing the purple cloak here. It's still very connected. It's still very warm energy, but they're really showing you as, expressing yourself, being able to really express yourself and step into your power. And what I'm also getting from Spirit is like they're seeing you as this, willing to fight for them, the masculine, willing to fight for yourself and stand up for yourself. It's really beautiful energy. They're also seeing you as connected. When I get the Judgment card, for me, it's all about connected to the divine. It's all about divine oversight, divine timing, that things are, this connection is a spiritual connection that has been divinely ordained. And so they're really understanding this connection. They are looking at you. They're seeing you as their spiritual counterpart. They're seeing this connection not as just a karmic you know, you know, a season or a reason. This is a lifetime connection. They're seeing you as such. They're understanding this connection. They're seeing you as, oh, my divine counterpart is someone I love and have loved. It's really beautiful energy. Really, really stunning energy. It's just love. And what I'm getting a feeling is just the energy here is just a feeling of awe for you. They're just in awe over you. They're just looking at you through eyes of love. I'm hearing eyes of love, eyes of love. They're just looking at you with eyes of love, and it's really, really beautiful. Now, how are you looking at your divine counterpart? The sun. Pure light and happiness. You love your divine counterpart. Now, Spirit is laughing with me because they're like, things on the 3D may kind of look like a crapshoot sometimes. You may want to wring their neck. But when you come back to that place of peace and harmony together, when you look at your divine counterpart, a picture, or when you're in person, or when you hear their voice, you feel the love. And what they're saying is go within and let the sunlight illuminate everything, because that sunlight is love, that light is love, and you feel that love from them and for them, and it is just pure happiness. When you look at them, when you hear from them, you light up like the sun, is what Spirit is saying. And you see how there's two little babies here, cherubs, I don't know what they are, but this is balance. This is you and your divine counterpart, holding hands, coming into union. This is just happiness, pure happiness. 3 of Wands. You know it's coming. What I'm getting from this card is the ship is coming in, and you know it, and you have faith in that, and you're waiting. And what they're saying is you're willing to wait. You're willing to wait, and what they're showing me is you have these staffs here, and what Spirit is pointing me to is like, you have the abundance, and now you're waiting for it to come in. And your ship is coming in. Your ship is on the horizon, and they're showing me the sunlight again. You have a lot of sun imagery in these cards, actually. They're saying keep looking out towards the horizon. Keep looking out towards the sunlight. Keep looking out towards the towards love, is what they're saying. The sun being representative of love here in these cards, because it's beautiful. Things are shifting, things are happening, and your divine counterpart is coming in. And again, they're pointing me to the 3 staffs, the Trinity, 3 as the Trinity. So that's interesting that they wanted me to point that out again, because it's like you're holding on to your staff, and then you have these kind of like as a doorway, and you're all stepping through the door together. So that's really interesting. That's really beautiful. So your ships are coming in. Your divine counterpart is coming in. They're worth waiting for, is what they're saying to me. They're worth waiting for, and you're willing to wait for them. You're willing to keep having faith in this journey, keep having a belief in this journey, because you're in Queen of Wands. You're not a page. You're not even a knight. You are self-assured. You are, see all this red here? You are stable in yourself. You are secure in yourself and your place in the world. You are a queen, and you're looking at your divine counterpart from this queen energy, and you are looking at them like they are your king. And together, you're saying, let's come into harmony and balance together. You can be the king. I will be the queen. Interesting that we got, he's looking at you as king, you're looking at them from this queen perspective. Together, you are counterparts. Together, you are king and queen. And that's exactly the energy that we're getting here. We're getting that you've stepped into your queen energy. You're looking at them like they're stepping more into their energy of movement, of security, of stability. But this is really about you, is what I'm getting. This is really your energy here. And you're like, okay, I'm willing to wait for you to come in, because I'm so self-assured now. I'm seeing you coming in. I see your ship off the shoreline. You're coming in, and I'm willing to wait for you. I'm willing to keep having belief in you. I'm willing to keep focusing on the love and the happiness that I'm feeling, because I'm so self-assured as this queen energy. This is really cool. Love it. I love that you guys are kind of mirroring each other, especially with your union energies. So let's get one card for the union energies here. Let's get one card, Spirit, for union energies. How are each of the counterparts looking at union? Yeah, let's do that. How are each of the counterparts looking at union? We'll get 2 cards here. How are each of the counterparts looking at union? Okay, interesting. I'm going to move this up here now. You got the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. And I'm laughing because we get the Tower, and that automatically is like, oh my god, what does that mean? Spirit is like, chill out. Like, this is almost like past energy. They're saying this is what you needed to get through, to get to union. This is past, present, and future energy for union. This is how you and your divine counterparts are looking at this. You went through the Tower energy, both of you. You both, the feminine first, now the masculine is going through this. It's only embers now. They're saying the fire is only embers now. The dust is settling. It's becoming ash. The Tower is becoming ash. What they're saying is you had to break down your foundation to build something new. Because what was working before isn't working now. What they're saying is, they're saying that you had a solid enough foundation, but what you had built up until this point wasn't going to satisfy union. Things have to change. And what had to change was this Ace of Cups. Because things were imbalanced. You weren't, it's this Ace of Cups energy from the feminine. You were not filling or giving and receiving. You were not filling yourself back up so that you were not overflowing with love. This Ace of Cups, what they're saying, it is abundance of love. And there was one or both of you in this relationship that was not balanced. You were not balanced. You were not filling yourselves up. You were giving too much, taking too much, not expressing yourself enough, I'm hearing. Not loving yourself enough. Not feeling like you were worthy of this, not feeling like you were deserving, not allowing yourself to be happy, not dreaming enough about this. I was being urged, excuse me guys, I'm still sick a little bit, being urged to put my hand here because they're saying, you know, remember when I was saying how the masculine is really starting to dream about this and get clarity about this connection? They weren't doing that enough. Now they're overflowing with that energy. And this, they want me to put this in the middle, point to this here. You've had the shakeup. You're moving forward, taking action, getting into that night energy of owning who you are, owning what this relationship is, seeing the spiritual connection for what it is, and now you're shifting into just love, just the pure love energy of this connection, and it's overflowing. It's overflowing for both of you, and that's what union is, just, you know, focusing on the love and letting it overflow. So it's interesting that your union energies are a progression as well, the past, present, future, because this is what you're leading towards. This is what you're heading towards. That's really amazing. All right, I want to see actually what are your blocks to union, and I'm going to pull some oracle cards for this. So let's check out this chakra insight card. What are your current, because you're moving forward, you're out of this Tower energy, or at least you're getting out of this Tower energy. Again, the dust is settling. You're moving into this night energy. You're moving towards, you know, love and self-love and just an overflowing abundance of love. And when they say overflowing abundance of love, they're very adamant that they want me to get this message across, that it is just love, pure love, unconditional love. It is a cry because you're just feeling so much love. What they're showing me is like just happiness, tears of happiness. That's how much love there is, because it can't be contained. You see how this cup, the water can't be contained in this cup? It's just overflowing. That is what love is. And that is what love is meant to be, they're saying. And they just want, and you see how there's water, it's filling up the water around them, this overflowing abundance of love. It's almost like the water, they're showing me, is coming down into the cup, and it's overflowing, and it's filling up everything around them. That is what union is. Your love for each other and for yourselves are so strong that it spills out of you, out of your heart chakra is what they're saying. It spills out of you towards your divine counterpart, and it affects everything around you. That love affects the entire world. It just expands. Love just expands. And that's what they're saying that union energy is, and that's what they're showing me, that it's just pure abundance of love. But let's see what's blocking. Let's see what's blocking. Spirit, what is blocking union for the divine masculine? What is blocking this union? Oh, interesting that both heart chakra cards came out. Okay. They have really closed themselves off. And what they're saying is in the past, they've really closed off their heart chakra. And this is the divine feminine. Let's get one more for the divine feminine, since 2 came out for the masculine. Because I'm all about the balance. I like the balance. Let's see if we got one more for the divine feminine. What's blocking? Is there one more? What's blocking? Interesting. So we've got 2 crown chakras for the divine feminine. We've got 2 heart chakras for the divine masculine. Let's start with the divine masculine. What they're saying, we've got passion, and we've got the plain old heart chakra. So they're like really adamant that it is heart chakra energy that's blocking them. It's kind of what I was saying before, that the divine masculine almost feels like they're not deserving. We've got desire, fun, fulfillment, joy. They feel like they're not deserving. They're not allowing that happiness in. There's something that is telling them that they're not worthy of this kind of love. They're seeing the connection. What I'm getting from Spirit is they're seeing the connection for what it is. They're seeing it as a spiritual connection, but it's almost like they're not allowing it in, because they're like, do I deserve this? Do I deserve, after everything I've been through, do I really deserve? And what they're saying too is, after everything I put my divine counterpart through, do I really deserve to be this happy with them? Do I really deserve to have this kind of love in my life, to have this spiritual connection? Sorry, I was getting a couple messages there, and I wanted to take my time to get them. So what they're saying is they are feeling a lot of passion for you, divine feminines. They look at you, they get a message from you. Exactly, it's mirroring this. They look at you, they get a message from you. Their phone chimes, they smile. Their heart smiles. They have so much love and passion for you, but they have really held themselves back because of a lack of self-love, because of a lack of feeling like they can allow themselves to be happy. I'm also being called to say that can be some past life situations that they have to figure out and close out and heal. Withholding is what they're saying. Withholding of passion, withholding of love. They have not fully allowed their heart chakra to open to you. It's not so much out of fear anymore. It's just a general resistance. They had a lot of fear before, Spirit is saying. It's not that energy anymore. It's just a general resistance because they're not allowing it. This is what they are on the inside, Spirit is saying. You see how this person is just pure energy, pure love energy, just beaming, energy coming out, all angles of them, just dancing. This is how they are on the inside, but they're not showing you. It's almost like they're closed off on the outside, even though they're feeling this passion for you on the inside. Spirit is saying that's what's blocking them. They're not allowing themselves to get fully into their heart chakra. They're not allowing themselves to feel fully in the moment, to feel fully in the joy of this connection. They're not allowing themselves to desire you. They're not allowing themselves to feel the fulfillment of this connection. They're not allowing themselves to feel the passion of this connection. Let's get why. Why are they closing themselves off? Why are they closing themselves off so much? Why won't they open, like, what's preventing them from opening up their heart chakra? And, again, we've got heart chakra energy here. Fulfillment of wishes. Let's get one more. What's going on here? Okay, interesting. We got fulfillment of wishes and financial and material changes. And what Spirit is saying to me is it's all this energy of their current energy where they are moving out of the resistance. They're laying down their swords. They're not fighting this anymore, but it's created a lot of changes within them. And the changes within them are creating changes externally as well, especially with people, places, and things that no longer serve them, that are exiting their material world. So that's what we're getting from this financial material changes. They're feeling a little bit off balance. They're feeling a little bit unstable. And they're not entirely believing, because all these changes have taken place, they're not entirely feeling like all their wishes can be fulfilled. It's almost like a feeling of, okay, so when is the next shoe going to drop? I'm going to channel directly for the Divine Masculine. They're saying, you're viewing your divine counterpart as an empress. You're viewing your divine counterpart as this glorious treasure box. Everything, you're smelling the flowers, everything that you could ever want, waterfalls of abundance, everything you could ever want in this connection. But you're blocking it. You have the passion for them. You have the love for them. You feel fulfilled when you're with them, or when you get messages from them, or when you talk to them, or when you think about them. You feel so fulfilled. You feel balanced. You feel love. But you're blocking yourself off from that because you're creating this resistance within yourself, because you're like, well, so much has changed over the past weeks, months, years. What if that changes too? You're creating that resistance within yourself because you're not allowing yourself to be fully open to the connection, because it is a fear, but more so a resistance of, okay, so much has changed here. What happens when this changes too? What Spirit is saying is, well, let's get a card for outcome. Let's get a card. I want to stay with the masculines here. Being pulled towards this. Let's use this deck. What happens? Okay. Spirit, what happens if the Divine Masculine opens up their heart fully? What happens? What happens if the Divine Masculine opens up their heart fully? What would the outcome of that be? What if they opened up their heart to the connection fully? What messages do you have? That's really nice. It says all tied up, but don't look at that. What they're saying is the bonds are released. What happens if you open up yourself fully to the connection? You see how you're all tied up right now, Divine Masculine? The bonds fall away. The bonds fall away and you're free. you're keeping yourself all tied up. You're keeping yourself in this prison by focusing so much on the resistance, focusing so much on the instability, focusing so much on your external world and what has happened in the past or what is happening now with letting go. And you're blocking this connection. You're not allowing this connection to be. Open up your heart chakra, and those bonds are released. Those bonds fall away, and all you have is joy and passion and love, is what they're saying. That's really a beautiful message. All right, they're pulling back. Let's go to the divine feminine now. We asked the question, what do we ask? What's blocking this union? And it's interesting. We got 2 heart chakras here. So what they're saying is really work on the heart chakras and balancing that and opening up that. For the divine feminine, we got 2 crown chakras, all about connecting to the divine. We got presence, awareness, attention, reality, connection, and we got divine consciousness and interconnection, expansion, oneness, and light. And what they're saying here is basically what we were saying before, is you guys are holding so much onto the physical, onto conflict, onto stress, onto tension, onto anything that's happening in the physical 3D world, that you're not allowing the manifestations to take place. You're not going within and feeling the connection there, because that is where this connection lives. That is where this connection thrives. That is where this connection comes into physical manifestation, because it's love energy. And through love energy, through raising your vibrations, that is how you manifest from within into your outside world, into your physical world. And what they're saying is you're not connecting as much into your inner world. You're not connecting into the 5D as much as you need to be. You're still focused on the physical. You're still focused on the 3D, what you can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell. And that's not where this connection lives. This connection lives in the 5D, in the internal, in your beliefs, in your faith, in your connection to the divine, and placing your faith and control in the divine. Letting go of control is what they mean. And in your connection with your divine counterpart, the love that you feel with your divine counterpart. Everything is about the love that you feel for yourself and for your divine counterpart. And the way to do that, the way to stay connected, is to be present. I'll give you an example. They're calling me to this. So my divine counterpart and I this week, we just headed out. It was 12 hours of messaging back and forth, just having it out, taking cheap shots at each other, showing us the shadow aspects of ourselves, just flinging it at each other. Saturday, that was Friday. Saturday, I came back. I went in. I came back to a place of love for my divine counterpart. There's always nothing but love there, no matter what we fling at each other, no matter how much we're hurting each other, no matter how much I'm hurting. I love. I just come back to a place of love. So I am in a place where I can physically go, he's not too far away, so I can physically go and check on him. And so I did. And we ended up having face-to-face conversation, expressing ourselves. But midway through, I just stayed present, and I just felt a feeling of forgiveness and patience and pure love wash over me. And I thought, this is the only thing that matters. This is the only thing that matters. The conflict that we were having did not matter. And so I said to him, can we begin again? Can we start fresh? Can we keep starting fresh? And what I meant there was, can we keep starting from a place of love? Love is our starting point, always, as twin flames, twin souls, soulmates. It should always be our starting point, because love is the only thing that we need to focus on. Love is the only thing that matters. Anything that is happening externally does not matter. It is the love that you feel inside of yourself, for yourself. That's not to say that conflicts don't happen, because that is part of relationships as well. The external can be reality as well, but everything happens within first. And so what happened when I came to that place of love, it changed everything in our outside world. It changed the energy around us, and magic happened. We had a great 2 days together then, because we came from a place of love, because we weren't so focused on that conflict, because we weren't so focused on what was happening externally, because we came back to a place of love. Now, that doesn't mean that we didn't come to an understanding of each other. that we didn't express ourselves, that we didn't express our pain, we have to do that. Because again, that's part of relationships. It's part of making it work. But always come from a place of love. And that's what they're saying. Be present. Be present in love. Let love be what illuminates. And connect with Source. What I did as I was going to his place, I said, God, Source Energy, let me please see him through your eyes. And I was granted that. I saw him through the eyes of love, and that shifted everything for me. We were able to talk about what we needed to talk about in a loving manner. At times it was contentious, but not to a point where it was, bad for either of us. It was just a way of expressing ourselves. It was more passionate than anything, I think. More, just trying to express ourselves and how we are in our thought processes and our emotions than anything really contentious, even though it was intense at times. But connect. Be present. Be present in love and connect. What I'm hearing, connect to the divine and connect inside to the soul of yourself, and that is going to change your outside world with your divine counterpart. That's what's blocking you right now, is that you're not entirely connecting to the divine, you're not entirely connecting to yourself, and you're not being present in love. Be present in love is what they're saying. Feel the love that's in the room. Feel the love that you have for your divine counterpart. And what they're saying is remember the love that you have for your divine counterpart. All right, so same here. What can they do to remove this block? I mean, aside from connecting and being present, what can they do to remove this block? Can divine feminines move to remove this block? Be more present, connect to the divine. What can they do? What messages do you have for our divine feminine? You want to come out? Okay, they're saying be rid of the anxiety, because when you are anxious, we got the anxiety card. When you're anxious, you're not being present. They're saying refocus your thoughts, refocus within on the light. I've said this to a couple of clients. Imagine a stream of steady gold light or white light coming through the crown of your head and going down through your body. That is source energy. That is love energy. So imagine that filling yourself up and refocus your thoughts to that of love. I'm hearing refocus to gratitude and appreciation first, because that will help raise your vibrations, and then look from a place of love, and that will ease the anxiety. Because when you're in a place of anxiety, you're not being present. You cannot be present when you're in a place of anxiety, because anxiety is just it's just another word for fear. It's just another variation of fear. And fear is not real. Fear is just how we get ourselves tied up. And it's interesting that you guys are mirroring your counterparts. They're feeling tied up. You're feeling anxious. So both of you is what they're saying. You're kind of mirroring each other here. It's kind of amazing. So what they're saying is both of you have to connect inside of yourself, your counterpart to your heart chakra, you to being present, which is also being, in your heart space, connecting to the divine. That's what's going to remove their blocks, their bondages. That's what's going to remove your anxiety. I love it. I love that you guys are mirroring each other. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of amazing. How does your divine masculine view your relationship? What does he want? Let's do that. Let's have a little bit of fun. What does your divine counterpart want? Let's get 2 cards. What does he want from your relationship? Okay, I'm only going to get 1 card because the messages are coming through for that 1 card. But let me get one for the divine feminine. Okay, that came out quick. What I'm getting for the divine masculine, we'll start there. What I'm getting for the divine masculine, it's keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And what they're saying is they want you to remove the expectations of what this relationship should look like. I'm getting the feeling that there's some pressure. Maybe you're placing some pressure on your divine counterpart, and they want to open up their heart chakra to you. They want to move forward with you, but it's almost like they're saying, let me do it the way I can do it, the way I know how to do it, the way I want to do it, the way I need to do it, is what they're saying. So what they're saying is really remove the expectations. Again, we have a lot of that. Let go of the burdens, let go of the expectations, so that the offerings, what you imagine, can come in. You can have your wish fulfillment even better than what you had imagined it to be. So that's what they're saying here. They want that from your relationship. I'm hearing they want to bring you everything. They want everything for themselves as well. They want this partnership. They want this relationship. They're saying just let me slow down and keep an open mind about how it's going to come about, because it's not going to come about in the traditional way. And what you got, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So what they're saying, the question was, how do you feel about your relationship and moving forward? Again, we got 2 present cards. Be present. And it's almost like you're mirroring this card for your divine counterpart. You're saying, this is my expectations. These are my expectations. This is what I want. And what is being said is enjoy it. Just enjoy what's happening. Every moment, be present, and because you're going to be, what they're saying, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. When you're in a place of being present and feeling the love that's there, you attract more moments like that. It's law of attraction, like attracts like. If you focus on the tension and the conflict, you're going to get more of that. If you focus on the physical, what's happening externally, you're going to get more of that. If you go inward and you focus on the love, if you focus on the forgiveness and the harmony and the balance, you're going to get more of that. So they're saying, how can, how do you view this relationship and moving forward? View it by focusing your attention on the love and on the present, because that's how you're going to attract the romance that you want. And again, it's almost like keep an open mind for how that comes to pass. Interesting that you guys are here. I want to get one for union energies. What are the what's the forward motion for the union energies? What does Spirit want you to know for the union energies here? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with one another. So what I'm getting here is, number 1, divine interaction is occurring. And number 2, you're going to move your relationship forward by having those honest conversations. And they're pointing me to these 3 cards. So keep an open mind when it comes to these honest conversations, these heart-to-heart conversations, and be in the moment. Don't have any expectations for how these heart-to-heart conversations will occur. Don't have any expectations for what will be expressed. Just be in the moment and come from a place of love, and it's going to move your relationship forward, because expressing yourself is vital to any connection, especially to a spiritual connection. So by openly sharing your feelings, by expressing your needs, by expressing your wants, by expressing your the love that is there, by communicating who you are, you're stepping more into your power. And as you do that, you come together. So have those heart-to-heart conversations as well. All right, let's get, what time do we have? I have a feeling this is super long. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up with, what does your divine counterpart want to say to you? Let's see, what is your divine counterpart? What does the masculine want to say to the feminine? What does the masculine want to say to the feminine? Let's get one more. Okay. First we got, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And then we got, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. I feel like your masculine is really understanding where you are, feminines. Because they're saying, don't have expectations. Don't set yourself up for expectations. Allow this to flow and unfold as it is. Allow it to manifest. Again, I'm being pulled. It's interesting that I was asked to pull this card off the top of the deck. And when I did, I was kind of uncertain, but it's coming together. They're saying, allow divine intervention to occur. Allow things to unfold naturally. Let go of that control, because that is what's going to bring in your pentacle. Everything and more that you desire. And also, this criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Again, they're saying, don't focus so much on the conflict, the burdens, the wands that you're holding. Don't focus so much on the tension and everything that's happening in your external world. Come back, pull back, be present, and go to a place of love. Forgiveness. It's interesting that I was pulled to tell you guys the story about me and my divine counterpart, because it's like that's what's happening here. They're saying, look at things through the eyes of source, connect to the divine, remove the anxiety, allow the divine to remove the anxiety for you, and come back to a place of love. They're saying, love me. Your divine counterpart is just saying, look at me through love, through those eyes of love. What they're saying is, yeah, I fuck up a lot, because I have these issues that I'm dealing with. I have this tower energy that I'm still fighting through. Please have compassion for me, is what they're saying. I have so much passion for you. I have so much desire and longing and love for you. You are my empress. You are my counterpart. You are my everything. So please have compassion for me. I am getting there as quickly as I can, but I can't rush it. They're saying, please don't rush it. Please don't make me rush it. Everything has to happen in divine timing when it's right, and it is right. It is coming together. It is the union energy. We'll pull one for union energy, I'm being called to say. So let's see what the divine feminine wants to say to the divine masculine. What does beautiful. Let's get one more. Okay, we got, my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. We also got sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. They're saying, the feminine is saying, I'm with you. I've always been with you through your tower energy. As you are in this Five of Swords energy, as you are watching things kind of transform in your life, know that I am with you. Know that I have never left your side. Know that what we have is something truly sacred, truly special, that I treasure it, that even no matter what it looks like on the external, even if we're fighting, even if we are apart, even if we are not in contact, know that I am with you through this, is what your divine feminine is saying. Because it is a sacred relationship, because you are there for each other. I'm going to pull, Spirit just asked me to pull one for union. Ooh. Or three. Okay, this is you guys together. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Again, that is the Ace of Cups energy. Be true to yourself, fill yourself up so that it overflows, give and receive. But they're also saying here, don't focus on the external again. They're saying go within and feel your union there. They're saying don't come from a place of what you think is happening, come from a place of what you feel is happening, because that's where your union is taking place. Oh, and then we got, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Again, they're saying go within and feel the love there, because that, like I just said, it's like this is just validating what I just said. Go within. That's where the union is taking place. That's where the love is. Also, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. As you come into harmony with yourself, that's when you come into harmony with another. That's when you come into harmony with your divine counterpart. So what they're saying is, if you need to take that time for yourself to fill your cup back up, to let go of the expectations and the control, to get through the remainder of the Tower energy, again, know that you guys are never parted. Know that the love is there. But make sure that you fill yourself back up, because that is what creates the union. You have to come into wholeness within yourself. You have to come into harmony and balance within yourself. And that's what aligns you to your divine counterpart, and that's what brings you into harmony together. And know that you're ready together, because the love that's there within you. Just go within and feel that there. Feel yourself, what I'm hearing is feel yourself giving love to your divine counterpart as you go within and give love to yourself. But go within. What they're saying is just go within. All right, guys, I want to end the reading with a Whispers of Love card. Just for a general, just one general card, Spirit, for final messages about the energies here that we talked about today, what's going on with the divine masculine, divine feminine, and their union. What final message do you have for them? We got treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. And I'm actually being called to read from the book. And I don't ever do this. I usually just channel the messages, but that is what they said. And so now I have to find, hold on, now I have to find the, here we go. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. We have a group of people in our lives that love and support us. Cherish these people, whether it is a special partner, your family, or your friends. The angels are prompting you that you need to reach out to your loved ones and make sure you show them love. That's beautiful. So what I'm getting here for each of you, for the divine masculine, know that you are loved and supported as you go through this Tower energy. For the divine feminine, know that you are loved by your masculine as you let go of the control and let things unfold naturally. And know that you are coming together in this treasure that is union. Because you do love each other deeply. Because you do have this sacred pact, this sacred union, this cherished and honored relationship. So treasure it and cherish each other, is what Spirit is saying. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, you guys, I hope you liked this reading. I hope you resonated with the messages. I hope you liked this spread. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, if we need to tinker it a little bit. I'll be, testing out some new spreads, some other questions as we go along, until we find one that's really right for us. But I really like the overall energy here. I really liked the way the spread came together. So we'll see what happens next week. Again, keep in touch. Follow the channel for some more pick-a-piles. We'll have those uploaded this week, as well as some more Ascension Confessions episodes. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for your support, for your love. I love you back, and we'll catch you later.